everybody, and welcome to my review of Daddy's Home 2, the sequel to the very recent comedy, starring Will Ferrell and Mark Whalberg. We already have a sequel to this movie. So, I did actually see this film at the time of recording this. I saw it about a good few weeks ago, but I didn't get a chance to record a review. I have seen the first one. I haven't actually put up a review of it. I might do that at some point. But yeah, so Daddy's Home 2. Well, the first thing to say is my first thought after watching the first one was not, could I have a sequel, please? I didn't want another movie like this. I didn't want another Daddy's Home 2. I didn't want another Daddy's Home movie, sorry. But you know what? Here it is. We got it. So, oh, by the way, this is a Christmas jumper that I got recently. And hey, it lights up! So, you know, I thought, why not keep it a bit festive? I mean, this movie is basically set at Christmas anyway. So, the plot of Daddy's Home 2, if you can call it a plot, you know, if that's really stretching it much, is that basically Brad and Dusty, played by Will Ferrell and Mark Whalberg, they've got along now. They've kind of got to a good place. They decide to group together to go on a Christmas vacation, and they unintentionally bring both their dads along for the holidays, and the whole family goes on a vacation, and then chaos ensues, and pretty much the same antics as the first one ensue, very much. And there's also a little subplot revolving around the son, the little boy who fancies a girl, and he's, you know, kind of not confident with that, and then, you know, that unfolds. So yeah, Daddy's Home 2, I don't think the first one was anything great. I mean, you know, there was a few chuckles, and it definitely was an interesting movie in the sense of, you know, what do you do if you're a stepdad with someone else's kids, and then you meet the real dad, the real parent. It's a very relatable film in that sense. I feel like this one tries to go down a Meet the Fockers route, if that makes sense. Meet the Fockers, a sequel to Meet the Parents. I actually thought Meet the Fockers was pretty good. For what it did, it was great. The way it brought in the new relatives as celebrities. Obviously, this time, this is kind of what Daddy's Home 2 does. It brings in the other relatives of the family as big celebrities. So we have Mel Gibson as Mark Wahlberg's father in this movie, and John Lithgow as Will Ferrell's father in this film. Both obviously very different characters. But really, the movie doesn't offer very much. I mean, it's certainly pleasing, you know. It's a charming way to spend an hour and a half, but I mean, there's a couple of laughs, but really, it's just the same as the first one, except it's set at Christmas. I will say this though, the young boy, you know, when we find, you know, in the end, not say the finale of the movie, but the end of the film, when he finally has the courage to go and kiss the girl that he likes, it ends up being not the girl we thought it was, but actually his, spoiler alert, his stepsister. Which is kind of weird in a way, but also kind of funny. I didn't expect that. I actually thought that was quite funny. I did laugh my arse off. But the fact that that is the most impressive thing about the film really shows how much the rest of it falls flat. I have to say, I hate the ending of this movie. I can't stand it. It is so friggin' sappy. I mean, just what? I mean, they tried to go all festive with it. You know, when they're like, oh, you know, we're snowed in, and they get snowed into a movie theater, and then they're saying, no, it doesn't matter about that. We don't need all the ding things. It's like the whole Christmas thing. They're trying to shove that down your throat, and then they start singing "Feed the World." They start going, oh, I love all of you. I love all of you. That's basically a condensed version of what happens. Just watch the movie and you'll find out the full extent, but it gets cringy to watch after a while. It goes on too long, and you just want it to end. Just want it to fucking end. In terms of how it compares to the first one, I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I didn't think the first one was anything spectacular, but I guess the first one is better because of what it tries to convey. this doesn't really have anything to convey. It's basically the same characters in, you know, at Christmas. That's it. It's, you know, basically it feels like watching this movie makes the first one redundant because the characters, you know, they had got to a place in the first one where they were comfortable with each other and they actually became friends and they actually worked out a system where the kids weren't affected by that. Now this, they're back to the same old arguing, and it's like now they brought their dads along, and it's just like it's not good. It's just not. It's not really worth watching it. Really, I mean, if you like the first one, then obviously watch this one because you will probably be entertained. I'll say this: I was mildly entertained with it, and there were some laughs. I did get some chuckles out of this one, like the first one, but it's pretty much the same, really. I can't say it's a complete fail, but it is a fail. So I'm going to score Daddy's Home 2 a 4 out of 10. Yeah, it's pretty low, but yeah, that's my opinion on Daddy's Home 2. What do you think of it? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Put your comments down below, let me know. Stay tuned for my other reviews. Until then, thank you guys all for watching, and as always, I'm Mr. TARDIS11. See ya.